YouTuber I am. I haven't been on YouTube in about a year almost, but I was like, you know what? Let's start it back up. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a couple months here, all right, since I put up a video, but we're gonna change that. So this story time was much requested by the people of the Instagram world and the people of Facebook. And this story time, if you read the title correctly, Deanee, was a side chick. Before all of this, before I start any of this, let's just keep it 100.
I do not condone side chickism.
If you condone it, that's on you. But I personally don't condone side chickism. Like, I'm sorry. Why would I be the side breast when I can be the whole meal? Like, I mean, let's look at me. Like, let's really talk about it. First of all, I'm never gonna be nobody's side piece. So this was a moment of stupid that I had, and we're never gonna, repeat this again. So I'm gonna bring it to YouTube world and gonna share my vulnerability with you guys. So this happened a minute ago, and I don't know what the hell pursued me to be like, yeah, this is okay. So I met this guy. We're gonna call him Chucky. So I met Chucky, and Chucky was cute, but let me tell you how I met Chucky. So it was a Sunday morning, and I was going to get food. So I go and get, I live in Canarsie in Brooklyn. I live in Canarsie now. So I drove all the way back to the Sty, which is like a whole 25-minute drive from where I live, to get this particular food from this black-owned spot that I wanted. So that's all the way by my mom's house. So I drive all the way over there. And I'm hyped about this food because I keep seeing the reviews on Instagram. Everybody's like, yeah, the food's good. And they got crab, but they had like a crab biscuit or whatever. But it was for like brunch. And anything with crab or seafood I like. So I was hyped. So I drive to go get it, whatever. And when I get in front of the place, there's no parking. So I double park. And right where I double park, in front of me is this nice ass BMW. I mean, it was clean. It was blue, my favorite color. It was just pretty to me. I normally don't really care for like BMWs. Yeah, they just not my kind of car, except this one BMW. But we're not gonna talk about that. This BMW was nice. So I'm checking it out or whatever, but I'm trying to see who's driving the BMW because if it's a guy, I'm gonna be like, but I couldn't tell who it was because the person was in the car. It was double parked and he had the hatches on. So I go inside and I order my food, and I order a crab cake biscuit that had like egg and cheese on it. And let me tell you, it was nasty. I was very disappointed. It was nasty. The only good part about it was the crab cake. Everything else on it, disgusting. I mean, the biscuit was alright, but the egg and cheese, pissed. I do not recommend. 0 stars. So yeah, I'm waiting for my food. So I'm sitting in my car. Mind you, y'all, I look like a bum. I'm wearing my little shorty Uggs, my little purple Uggs. I had on some Grace Tommy Hilfiger sweats, like the big bulky ones. I had on a little green like throw coat. My hair was black and it needed to be retwisted badly, like and then on top of that, y'all, like I had no makeup on. I mean, I'm pretty without the makeup regardless. I mean, I do things of myself. I'm pretty without the makeup, but I had no makeup on. Like, I just looked busted. Like, I literally got dressed to go get food and go back in the house and watch movies all day. So I wasn't checking or sweating nobody. I wasn't trying to be cute. For real. So I'm sitting in my car waiting for my food. I placed my order, whatever. And after like 20 minutes, because it was kind of packed, after like 20 minutes, I go inside and I go pick up my food. As I'm walking out, this guy walks out from the laundromat next door. So I'm not paying attention. Like, he's kind of cute, but he's light skinned. And if you know me, you know I really don't like light skinned men. I'm more of like my skin complexion or darker. Or I'll even go a shade lighter than me. But I'm not typically a light skinned kind of girl. I don't like light skinned men. That's just my prerogative. You like what you like. If you like light skinned men, hey, that's your thing. But I personally don't. So I'm walking and we cross paths, whatever, but I don't make eye contact. He don't make eye contact. We don't think nothing of it. So then Anyways, so yeah, we cross paths and I get in my car. So I'm about to pull out and I'm ready to go home and do the dash now, play my music, be ghetto ratchet. Typical me, be ghetto and get ratchet and get in, car and go home. So as I'm trying to like pull out or whatever, I can't get out because he has me double parked in. Meaning that like there's cars going by me and then like he hasn't moved, so I can't really pull out. It is what it is. So I'm stuck there. So I'm literally like, I kind of like try and merge my way out, but I'm stuck. So I end up sitting right there and now I'm blocking traffic. So the guy from the laundromat, I found out it's his BMW because he's walking to the car. He hit the little chirp, boop, boop. And the car opens. I'm like, oh, it was his car. So y'all, I'm on the phone with my friend. And I'm like, yo. And I'm going to call my friend. I'm on the phone with my friend Kayla. So I'm like, Kayla, yo, he's really like cute. And mind you, my window is cracked in my car. So I'm loud. So imagine me being on the phone saying, oh, he's cute in my car and not noticing he's standing right by my car, opening up his trunk by my driver's side window. So he turns around. He was like, what you said? So I'm like, and then he's like, yo, man, he was like, you can roll your window down. I'm like, I said, oh, you're cute. And he's like, I mean, you kind of beautiful yourself, so what we about to do about this? So I'm like, I mean, what you want to do? I'm over here like, what's up? What's the word? So he's like, so you're going to take my number? And you got to play it off real cute, real quick. You got to be like, I mean, you can take my number because I'm on the phone. And he's like, all right, cool. So I give him my number. And, as I pull off, he moves up and I'm able to pull out. He's like, all right, I'm going to text you before. I'm like, okay, no problem. So he texted me that day and he tells me his name is Chucky. And I'm like, all right, nice talk. We're talking, we're getting to know each other, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So he hits me. So this is what happened first. So after I got his number, we're texting a little while. He asked me to send him a picture of myself. I'm usually not one to send a picture of myself to men. Just because, like, especially if I don't know you or I'm trying to get to know you, I'm real leery about it because it's like, my picture can end up anywhere. My face can end up anywhere. I want to kind of avoid that. So he got mad because, like, it was like I don't know if it was mad, but there was a long pause between when I spoke to him the first time, like the first couple text messages versus after he asked me to put a picture. And I was like, no, you could add me on Instagram. I feel like there's nothing wrong with adding me on Instagram. Why? Because on Instagram, I have 80 million pictures. You can go through pictures, see which one you like, see if I'm a catfish. You can do all of the little Inspector Gadget stuff that you got to do. I don't understand why you need me to send you a picture. Nonetheless, so I don't speak to him for hours after that. Then he writes me the next day, the morning time, like, yo, like, we should link up. So if you're not from Brooklyn or, you just live under a rock, link up means that somebody wants to meet up with you. They want to hang out or whatever the case is. So he like, yo, let's link up. And I'm like, okay. Because I hadn't spoken to him in like a day or some change after you asked me for a picture. So I'm like, okay. And mind you, I had just met this guy the day before. So you want to link up? I'm like, okay. So I'm at work, mind you, when he texted me that. And I text back. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me know where you want to link up. And that's fine. So after that, like, he sends me, like, he's texting me later on that afternoon, like, yeah, so I want to meet. He was like, let's meet up at the place where we met, like, on that block. So I'm driving to my mom's house. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be 10 minutes late, I'm just leaving my mom's house. I had to do something for her. He's like, all right, cool. So then I'm sitting here. Why do people text me stuff like this? So I'm sitting here and I get there and he's like, oh, well, I'm going to be 15 minutes late. Can you meet me at this address instead? So the address he sends me is a residential area, or it's an area that has, like, it's clearly somebody's block that they live on. So now I'm leery because I'm like, you send me an address to somebody's house. And I'm the type, like, if you send me an address, I'm going to Google it because I want to know what I'm going. I want to know what it look like, what's around it. Because if you send me to some uncharted remote area that nobody can find me, best believe you gonna be the one killed, not me. Sorry, it's not happening. Sorry, it ain't my time yet. So I'm like, all right, cool. I get to the place and it's an apartment building, and it's an apartment building not too far from Gateway Mall, like literally like a little bit, maybe like a couple blocks behind Gateway Mall, which is like a bunch of like stores in East New York. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I double parked, mind you. I ate my food or whatever, and I had bought me some tacos when I was going to meet him because I'm like, I'm hungry. Like, I don't know if you're about to feed me. I don't know if we about to go out, hang out, chill out, eat something, whatever. I'm hungry though, and I'm not nice when I'm hungry, so I got me some tacos. So I'm sitting in my car eating my tacos, and I'm sitting in front of the building, you know, because I'm like, all right, like, so time goes by. Time is still going by. So much time has gone by that I have now started to count the amount of time that said that time has gone by. This is ghetto. So I'm basically waiting, and I'm like, yo, what the like, you asked me to meet you somewhere and then turn around and you late. He's like, oh, mind you, he's texting me, y'all. So he's like, oh, my bad, you know, I was picking us up some food. I told you I ate. Why are you picking me up food? Excuse number 1. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm sitting there waiting, still waiting. Again, counting the amount of times that I'm saying waiting, guys, because it's getting ghetto at this point. So he shows up about like 30 minutes later. So basically I waited like probably close to an hour and 15 minutes. I was like, that's very generous of me because I don't wait on people. I don't. You get a 10-minute grace period and then I'm out. Whatever. I guess because I thought he was cute is why I waited. Ladies, don't be a fool for the cuteness. I'm trying to tell you. It ain't cute. So then he finally pulls up or whatever. And I see the BMW and I'm like, it's the BMW for me. And call me materialistic for this one, but you ever see a car that's so nice and you're just like, goodness me. That was that. But he pulled up, he parked, and he got out the car. So I didn't see him until I turned around, and he texted me like, yo, is this you in front of the building? So I'm like, yeah. So I'm thinking we about to have cute little car talk. I have no idea, you guys, why every single time I have to meet a new person, I be thinking that they just going to be okay with sitting in the car. Because number one, you know, we just gonna sit in the car, chop it up, you know, get to know each other, sit in the heat. Cause you know, my car got heat, got a nice little core, got nice little heat inside, got a little vibe, the music, you know. No, he's like texting me like, yo, get out the car. So I'm like, get out the car. He's like, yeah, like I bought us food, you know, we could sit upstairs and eat. Flag on the play, please. Sit upstairs? You want me to go in your apartment? I just met you. So I'm like, okay. So, sidebar. I don't go nowhere without my weapons. I just don't. My driver's side, I made sure my taser was there. She's brand new. She's ready, locked and loaded. Like, I'm getting you. On my keys, they in the living room. And on my keys, we got brass knuckles, and we also got pepper spray. Or as some choose to say, mace, because, you know, I don't play no games. I wish a nigga would. Like, excuse my language, y'all, but I wish somebody would try me. You are going to lose something or something's going to be bruised or hurt, but you're not about to play with me. So I check and make sure I got everything with me, you know, and I'm like, all right. And some just didn't feel right about this, y'all, but I still went upstairs anyway. So I'm like, when I get to him, I'm like, so it took you so long because you got me something to eat after I told you I ate? Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I totally forgot that you said that. My bad. But, I mean, you could eat again. Okay. All right, let's go. Come on, it's fine. So, he's looking me up and down. He's smiling. Okay, first of all, he was cute. He was light skinned, but he was cute. That's one. 2, he had a beautiful smile. I'm a sucker for a man with a good smile. Oh, it just melts me on the inside if you got a nice smile. Oh my goodness. But anyways, that's beside the point. And you know, he was muscular. I like muscular men who kind of like work out, whatever. He was taller than me. I like men who are taller than me. Why? Because I'm 5'5", and I really don't care for men my height or shorter than me. Sorry, just don't. But he was taller than me. He had all the features. I was just like, yeah, okay, it's lit. We get upstairs and we're sitting down where, you know, he's eating. Let me tell y'all about the motherfucking food that he had. So first of all, he went and said he got us food, right? Do you know there was one, like, you ever go to like the Thai food restaurant and if they give you food in like one of them black bowls with the clear tops, that he had that full of salad and then had another one of those full of like 6 pieces of catfish. And these catfishes had to be like this big. They were whittle. Whittle, not little, whittle. So I'm like, he looked at me, he was like, you want some? Anybody that knows me know I eat like a grown ass man. No, nigga, I don't want none. There's not enough for the both of us. So I'm like, no. I calmly, you know, control myself on the outside. I'm just like, no, I ain't. I'm fine. Thank you for offering. All right, then more for me. All right, nigga. After that, we start chopping it up and talking or whatever. And mind you, men do this thing when they flirt and say some of the weirdest stuff. And he's, you know, just being weird. So I find out after our conversation that, you know, he owns a bar. So I'm like, oh, all right, dope. Like, owns a bar. He, you know, his house burned down. That's why he was staying with his brother. And then on top of that, like, I also found out that he was looking to buy a new house. You know, he is into investments and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, that's cool because he gives me, fuck boy, sorry, the fit. And I'm sorry, this is judgmental, but the fit that I saw and the way he was talking and the tats gave me typical New York, Brooklyn boy. And I'm just like, son, like, tell me I'm not tripping. Honestly, tell me I'm not tripping. So, all right, so after, you know, we done talking, you know, brothers talking about how, like, they want to have, like, a party, whatever, they want to come. So they was also explained that my birthday's coming up. I'm like, y'all want to have a party? They're like, yeah, you could rent out the apartment if you want to and use this and your friends. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be there. You know, I'm talking to the brother, but the baby brother, when I, you know, asked me out or whatever, he's like, yeah, like, I'm going to be there with my thing swinging. He was like, about to bang some teachers. I'm really confused though, because who is you banging? I'm the teacher here. Who is you banging? So I'm confused because I'm like, all right, because I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm laughing it off. No, there will be no swinging and banging over here. It got me fucked up. He was like, yo, you feisty, you that ass. I'm very feisty because you got me fucked up. Who is you swinging and banging? And who the hell said you was invited to my party? Like, next. So after that, he walked me downstairs. I get in my car. He's like, all right, text me when you get home. So I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't texting when I got home. I was tired. I wasn't thinking about him. And if you know me, I'm also not good with texting people when I get home. This is a bad trait that I have. That's why I send my location to certain people, because they need to know. I'm probably not going to call you and say, hey, I'm home. That's not me. I will forget, because as soon as I walk in the house, I'm going to do every million thing. So next day, I didn't speak to him for a couple days or whatever, but I'm on my way. So I'm going to Delaware one weekend. Not this weekend, sorry. I'm going to Delaware one weekend and I'm on the turnpike. So hit the turnpike and I'm driving and my text messages are popping up to my car. So I'm on Bluetooth on my car listening to music. So it keep going boom, boom, boom. So like I'm getting text message and I'm looking like, who the fuck is texting me this much? And why don't I have my phone on silent so it don't interrupt my music? Check my phone. Mind you, I'm doing like 80, so this is a bad idea. I don't encourage this. Do not text and drive. Do not check your messages and drive. That's how accidents happen. So I check my messages, y'all, and it's him. It's Chucky. So I'm like, all right. So Chucky's, you know, we getting to know each other. He's like, all right. So he's like, you know, D, you're really cool. You're so beautiful. You're really a vibe, you know. You really make me laugh, blah, blah, blah. He was like, why are you single? He was like, oh, better yet, what's up with you and your nigga? So I'm like, if I had a nigga, I wouldn't be talking to you. You wouldn't have got my number. I was like, I wouldn't have wasted my time talking to you. He was like, oh, well, you know, I just wanted to ask because you were really pretty and you're he was like, you got so much going for yourself and you're so young in your 20s. And I'm like, Yes, but if I had one of those things you call a man, or I was in one of those things that you call a relationship, I would not have given you my phone number and you would not have been texting me. So, next question. So he's like, yeah, you're right. So then, yeah, let me tell you, this story is long. That story long. So then, I'm still driving, you know. It took me a while, and this happened in the course of my drive to Delaware, which is from New York. Usually I get there in like an hour and 45 minutes. So in the hour and 45 minutes, oh, I found out some stupidness. So, y'all, I'm very disappointed just telling this story. I'm so disappointed in myself. So he's texting me, and I'm like, you know, you're so, I was like, you have a beautiful smile, you're quite charming. I'm like, I'm like, good dress. I'm like, so, I didn't know anything on that. And he's like, yeah, I do, my boo. So I'm like, your boo? He's like, yeah, my boo. And I'm like, so who your boo? Boo who? He's like, my business partner. Why is your business partner your boo? So he's like, yeah, my boo's my business partner. So I'm like, your boo? I'm like, all right. So he starts talking about like, yeah, my business partner's this, blah, 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 like really like going in about the business partner. So then he texts me a picture. It's a picture of him and a dude. Plot twist. It's a picture of him and a dude. And him and a dude is like real, you know? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, so I really hope you don't feel offended to this. And I hope it's not rude or forward or anything. I said, but I'm very curious. And I feel like I'm not going to hold my tongue to ask this question. I said, are you gay? Are you telling me that you're gay? So he was like, watch your... Mind you, just through text messages, but I got all caps. So this is how I'm interpreting it through all caps. He's like, watch your fucking mouth. Don't be disrespectful. Fuck is you talking blah, blah, blah. So I'm like... Mind you, I'm driving, y'all. So I'm like, what? And I'm over here swerving like, ow. I'm so confused because I'm like, yo, dog, you serious? So I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm dead ass trying to figure out, like, what's up? Like, what's the vibes? Are you, like, gay? So he was like, no. So here's what had me weak. It had me thrown off. He was like, nah, I was sending you a picture of my fit. My bro just happened to be in a picture. Are you sure? Because that picture, you guys are a little bit too hunked up. I was like, So he's like, yeah, that's just my bro, blah, blah. So then he, after, like, you know, going in, I guess because I asked him, was he gay? He sends me this picture of him and this beautiful girl. I'm not no hating ass bitch. So if a woman is beautiful and she's, you know, she has beautiful features, nice body, I'm gonna say it. The girl was beautiful. Like, she was a baddie. So I'm sitting here like, all right, you know, what's up? So he's like, yeah, this is my partner. You know, she's so beautiful. So partner's name is Shanae. So Shanae is gorgeous or whatever. And Chucky, you know, obviously is in the pictures, the next couple pictures that he sent me with her. And they're like so hugged up they wear matching fits. Like, it's cute. It's cute. I'm not going to lie. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like, yeah, so you enter you out. Huh? I'm so confused here. He's like, so you enter you out. Like, I'm like, so let's keep it a beam right now. Like, what exactly do you want? Like, let's clear the blue smoke right now. Like, what's up? What do you really want right now? So he's like, oh, well, I just want us to have a great time and enjoy each other, you know, have great vibes together. So I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, you know, like, I'm just trying to see what's up with you. He was like, you're beautiful, so what's up? So my dumb ass, I'm like, all right, you know, it's fine, it's cool. And I engage in the stupery. There we go, that's the word. So I'm like, yeah, what's up? You know, it's cool. We can hang out, whatever. We can be friends. And from then on, we started texting. So you guys, I started seeing him probably like every other day for the next couple weeks after you know, that night at his house. And it was like, I kind of drew my boundaries at not like going to his house because I'm like, one thing that's not about to happen, I'm not having sex with you. That's a done deal. It's a dub. I'm not doing it. You're not my nigga, so what gotta look like having sex with you? So there would be so many occasions, yo, that we would be vibing, and you know, like he would kiss me or we would be like that, and he'd be like, yo, I need you to be quiet. And I'm like, my nigga, what am I being quiet for? And he's like, yo, like my girl calling. So I'm like, my nigga, do you want me to tell her where I'm at? Like, where we at? Like, I will tell you in my car, tonguing me down. Like, are you that ass? And I think the smartest thing I ever did was not having sex with this nigga, because this nigga wanted parts. Like, when I tell you, this guy wanted parts of me. He was like, yo, I want to see my face, like, I want to give you a baby. All this really out of whack, out of pocket stuff he's saying to me. And then, like, the girl, Shanae, will call Chucky, like, hey, baby, I miss you. You know, what you doing? And he'd be like, yo, you got to be quiet. And I'm sitting in the car like, nigga. Or he would be like, yo, like, for real, you gonna be my girlfriend, blah, blah. And I'm looking at him like, you're blowing mine. You're really getting on my nerve. Like, why am I doing this? You guys, let me just tell y'all, I really learned my lesson. Because first of all, there is nothing fun about being nobody's side piece. I don't have the patience. Number one, if I can't have all of your attention, I don't want none of your attention. That's one. Two, the whole being quiet or you try not to get caught, that shit is whack. I'm more likely the type to call her and be like, so I'm sitting next to your nigga and he's sticking his whole entire organ in his mouth down my throat. If you don't know what the organ in your mouth is, it's the tongue. He's sticking it down my throat. That's two. Three, it was just like, first of all, you are 31, bro. This nigga was 31, y'all. 30, say it with me. 31. This nigga was 31. Pulling these antics. And it got to the point where I really just blocked him. I really wish I saved the screenshots of our conversation. Like, if I can find the screenshots of the conversation, I will definitely put them right here somewhere on the screen. Probably like down here on the screen. If not, yo, when I tell y'all the nonsense, I have never been so just like disappointed in myself more than dealing with that nigga. Like, why the fuck did I think it was okay to be a side chick? Y'all, again, I will say I do not condone side chickism. I do not. Not for my friends, not for whores, not for side chicks, not for the loyal ones, not for the faithful ones. I don't condone side chickism for male, female, nobody. Like, if you're not going to be the whole freaking meal from the appetizer all the way down to the damn dessert, the second dessert, and the salad bowl, don't be nothing. Nothing. Yes, this video was highly requested on Instagram and Facebook, and I will be definitely doing more story times. If you think that you would like to hear some more story times, definitely drop in the comments below some topics that you would like me to discuss or talk about. There is my I was a side chick story, and thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and make sure that you tune in, and I will see you in the next video.